Hi, Kevin Blanche. Today I'm going to get into how terrorists use the derivative market and the true conspiracy of how the terrorists use the derivative market and money. Now, if you're tuned into my videos and think you're going to get a 3-minute, quick soundbite about geopolitics and the same old bullshit over and over, turn this video off. My videos are very serious genre. Look, YouTube started out, like I said, if you're clicking on to watch a chicken trying to mate with a squirrel, or somebody's little kid doing something cute, or something pretty or cutesy, or you're tuning out at work, clicking off from your porn site or this, turn this off. Look, YouTube started out that way. It's going to evolve, and it already is going to, a very, very important genre in the context of education. I'm a big believer in education through visual. Documentaries versus some teacher. So look, when you watch, I'm going to get in today about how terrorists and derivatives in the real serious content, how it really works. Look, I'm a derivative trader from way back. I mean, I understand derivatives and the options market and how this played out probably better than anybody in the United States. I teach it. I graduated the #1 school of business in the United States doing it. I was a derivatives arbitrage specialist. And if you don't think that's complex, look, I'm going to show you how these guys end. We're going to get to work. Now, this is how this starts. We started out in America, all of us, idealistic, all of us. Sesame Street. We're all idealistic. We want to believe. We want to believe in good. We want to believe in our leaders are honest. We want to believe that people that are in power are doing the right thing, and we're brought up to respect those people and do the right thing. So we're brought up. What's our favorite thing? I love this shirt. It's my favorite shirt. So we're brought up all idealistic, but then we start to peel the layers back as we get older, and as we think, and we become more Freudian. I've been accused of being too Freudian my whole life, but I take that as a compliment. So we peel that layer off. We're not little kids anymore, and we start to think. And we think, and we get out our tool bag, and we go to work. Okay, as we think, I'm going to show you how this worked. I'm so tired of the illiterate, ignorant BS I see all over. In the derivative market, this is how this played out. 9/11, this is how this played out. And there is a conspiracy, and it's not the towers. The conspiracy is the Saudi money that funded Muhammad Ali and George Bush and Dick Cheney, Wolf Blitzer, and I'm going to show you how these guys made mega gargantuous profits in our own derivatives market. Look, the derivatives market evolved. You can watch my video on what is a derivative. We had nothing but futures. Futures are very important as far as derivatives go. Without futures, we do not have. You think we got major swings in commodity pricing now? Without the futures market, we'd have 100% moves weekly. Okay? So, we didn't have derivatives on stocks until the early 80s. It was like Christmas to me. I've been studying derivatives since I was 14, cattle futures. Okay, I'm going to show you how they did this. In the derivatives market, we work this off what we call the delta formula, percent change over time. When you buy an option on a stock, we have calls and we have puts. Calls up, puts down. Okay, for instance, the terrorists, they work on time. They expire every third Friday of every month. All you're buying is time. That's all. You're not buying anything intrinsic that's tied to it. They are abstract. Now this is important to think in your head. Okay, I'm going to show you how the terrorists did this and how the ties and how Bush, this is a conspiracy with Bush. And I'm going to prove it right here, right now. Okay, here's what they did. American Airlines. They knew they were crashing those planes and the people that were funding them. Stock trade, we'll use any stock. We're going to do this arbitrarily. Let's say a stock's trading. So this will simplify that at $50. Okay? This happened on September 11th. September puts or calls, the option, expires on the third Friday. So we only had 10 days left. So you don't have September puts. Say you're going to buy January puts. You're buying 3 months. So they're expensive, right? Okay, the September puts, way out of the money. So you're buying a put that the stock's going to say trade at $30. within 10 days. What is the odds of that stock trading at $30 within 10 days? Little to none. Now, as a good derivative trader, we try to time events like earnings reports, news. We hypothesize forward. We take huge risks because if you get it right and something crazy happens, we're not talking you buy a stock and it doubles or triples. We're talking tens of thousands of percent change. Okay, here's what they did. They went in and they bought the 30s, the 20s. Okay, they knew this was going to go down. So they bought those. They paid $5 a piece. $5. The stock goes, boom, the next day when the market opens. When the market opens the next few days, trades at $10. Okay, what does that mean? They paid $5. They're in the money, $20. So what are they worth? $2,000 a piece. They paid $5. You do the math. 20 times 20. 400 times. Okay, some of them even more. Some of them they paid less than that for. The average put that these guys bought, and they bought these. They bought these. They bought hundreds of them. Hundreds of them that were bought in the options on all the airline stocks. Hundreds, thousands of them. Thousands. They made 40,000% on their money in 2 days. 40,000. I mean, we're talking a guy put in $1,000, cashed in for 400,000. Excuse me. Less than that. Less than that. I mean, we're talking guys that put in 1,000 turned into millions. 10,000 turned into 10 million. Like that. That's the way this game works. Nobody buys way out of the options monies. Nobody. Except the gamblers. And, you know, we time earnings. We do all kinds. I've made huge scores in the market. Read East of Eden. When Caleb made the big score in freaking 1917 in the cattle futures. Talk to Hillary Clinton when she made the big score in the cattle futures market. Talk to the Rooney family. I mean, talk to a lot of American iconic people got their start with a big futures score. That is America. It's always been there. That's what they did. So, okay, then, stay with me. Then, okay, in the options market, we have what we call T+1. What does that mean? Stocks is T+3. It used to be T+. You buy the stock, you have 4 days to pay for it. The money doesn't change hand for 4 days. Not in the options market. It trades hands the next day. So Bush and the boys, they knew what they were up to. So they step in, and that's when it gets to this. Real Freudian. We think about it. This is what it comes down to. We're Freudian. We know what this is all about. Okay. So, they buy all these. We're going to track the money. It's easy to track the money. Very easy. There's a paper trail to all this. It's all right there. Easier. I mean, an entry-level freshman accounting student could trace this. Let alone a forensic accountant. Forensic accountants know exactly where. You don't think the government knows exactly where that money went right to the penny? They know. They know exactly who traded those. You think the media picked up on that? No, because the media is ignorant. The media is pure, ignorant, and stupid. I mean, we have financial analysts on CNBC, like Susie Orman, Ali Vischer, Christine Roman. You start talking about futures and derivatives, oh my God. These people, you know, it's like, hello, Mr. Obvious, these people talk about. Oh, you know, don't run your credit cards up, pay your mortgage. Third grade ignorant spew. Our media is plain stupid when it comes to finance. All right, so here's what happened. Bush comes out, we're going to track the money. All right, as we track the money, it transfers out of the country into foreign bank accounts. The next day, they're laid on the thing. They trace it right to where does it go? Where does it go? They went to the Saudis. The very people Bush was in bed with. And well, you think it's coincidence the only people that flew out of this country the next 2 days were Saudis? You think that's a coincidence? I've got a really great story about our university. I'm going to go into this. I'm going to start telling this thing. It's in my book, Post Entrance. People don't want to buy my book because, you know, I've got it priced up there because I don't want just any Joe Blow morons buying this book. It's going to be a teaching book. I have whole chapters on this. I have some great stories about 9/11 that, as far as the derivatives in the context of how this played out, some Saudi people that you know. But anyway, I'll get into that later. So there's the money. They made tens of millions. I mean, $1,000 turned into $1 million. Seriously. And this happened over and over. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars were made in the options pits. Hundreds of millions through these accounts transferred out. They traced the money. It went to the Saudis. The Saudi royal family. Bush calls Prince Bandar, Brother Bandar. Every business, everything. These ties are real. Bin Laden, his brother, and George H. Bush are both on the board of the Carlyle Group. This is all for. Michael Moore poured all this out. But this is how this worked. This is what happened. Now, why do you think? Oh, we're tracking the money. Why do you think that stopped? Because the money circled all the way around back to the Saudis and implicated Bush. It really did. And I'm not a conspiracy guy mostly. This is real. This is real stuff. That's how the options markets work. Now you stay with me. Like I said, I'm Freudian. You want to watch videos, like I said, of a chicken trying to mate with a squirrel, somebody's little kid doing something cutie, or somebody blabbling in front of their computer talking about geopolitics they don't know shit about. And let's remember this. All the terrorists came from the Arabian Peninsula. All of them. Muhammad Atta, the mastermind at the University of Hamburg, who put this baby together, was no dummy. They were all repressed Arabian Peninsula. 16 of the 19 were Saudis. Why do you think that happened? You think they like being repressed? Is there any media allowed in Saudi Arabia? No. No Western media. None. Who allows that family to repress their people? Our military base over there. You think it's called Saudi Arabia by coincidence? The Saudi royal family took it over. Please. Bin Laden's father built the kingdom. He was the contractor. He's a Saudi. Bush like this with the Saudis. 16 of the 19 Saudis. The money in the derivatives market, hundreds of millions of dollars, traces back to the Saudis. There's your conspiracy. It's real. That is the real conspiracy. Not bombs in the tower. Good God, these guys tried to blow it up in '93. They had bombs underneath it. They're still doing time in prison. People get out and laugh la-la-ville. Stay with me. Kevin Blanche, February 2010.